Man, this is a pain. Man, this one may be a bigger pain than I thought. Today we're going to talk about a toilet repair. Actually, a toilet repair, but this is a blind plumber challenge.
I cannot see, I'm legally blind. That's my story, I'm sticking to it, I'm innocent.
So you've heard people say, look, I'm so good at this, I can do it blindfolded. Well, that's what we're going to do today. So hang around, let's see how entertaining it gets, because I know they've got the toilet behind me, but I hadn't opened it up and looked at it. All I get to work with really is my channel locks, but that should be pretty easy to do. So anyway, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get blindfolded and we're gonna get started. But if you have not been here before, or even if you have and you haven't done it yet, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Now, if you're a plumber, have you ever done things blindfolded or done it with your eyes closed? Now, I know as a plumber, a lot of times we get in a position where we are working in the blind, meaning there's a spot that we cannot get to, so we just kind of have to do it by hand. Well, that's what we're gonna do today, rebuilding a toilet. First of all, let's get ready, okay? No, I mean really ready. And yes, I do sleep on a purple mattress. Okay, this is more like it. Now,
I wouldn't care who I was till I put on the mask.
first of all, I'm gonna get a drink so we can get this thing started. Fun. Now, I know the toilet's back here, and I know I have a wet vac over here somewhere. And the seat's not on this, so I don't want to fall in. Okay, so as we can see, I've got my channel locks right here. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take the tank off. And I'm gonna set it over here to the side. And they did the canister-type, so this is even more difficult. Okay, the very first thing you're gonna do is reach down and turn off the angle stop. This is not actually hooked up, but we have had water in it. You're gonna flush it to get as much water down in the bowl that you can. Then you're gonna take a wet vac, a sponge, a towel, anything that you can dip down here to get the water out. Now this is one thing that sometimes you may do in the blind. Okay, I've got it loose. Meaning it may be up against a wall. You may not be able to get your head down in there. Now, this is where, after you've disconnected the water supply, then you're gonna take off the nut that holds your fill valve in. And yes, I'm sinking down in the bowl. So I already disconnected it up here, so I should be fine to go ahead and pull the fill valve out. I'm gonna go ahead and make this really, really hard and take off the handle too. Don't know why that I would do that, because normally you wouldn't replace a handle, but I've got an S-hook right here at the top of the chain, and that's gonna be a pain to put back in, I can already tell you that. See how I'm fighting it right here? And take that handle back down a little bit and try to disconnect it. Man, this is a pain. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna unconnect that, because this is my cylinder. Now I can feel how it goes, I like that. Man, this one may be a bigger pain than I thought. Okay, when you edit this, you can't show my tongue sticking out all the time, but when you're editing it, really do. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that or take that off, because this is one of the things that we would replace. So I'm gonna take it off, which I did, as you can see. I don't know where y'all are at. But put it back on, there's a groove right there. And you literally, this is another thing. Yes, you can look at it, but also can you feel it going in? So right there, I can tell that feels right all the way around. Now that we're good here, I've got it where I want it. I want my chain, wherever it is, over here kind of in the front, which I can move it here in a minute. I want to go across, I want to know where my chain is. Now, one thing I'm gonna do, just based on what I learned a while ago, and you don't think about this when you're working on them, when you can see, it's real easy. But, oh, I said I was gonna take the handle out. So let me lay this also right down here. Remember, your handles have reverse threads. Okay, so all I've got is the hook there. So, now I've got it apart. So if I had a new handle, or if I was replacing the handle, maybe I just wanted to change the color or something. I go back to my cylinder. I want my chain in the front. I want it going across, so that feels good where it is. All right, I'm in the spot right now. So now I'm gonna turn it and lock it, so that is good. I'm gonna fill my chain. I'm gonna put it in the front. You know what, I was gonna hook it while I had it up. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna take this back out because I wanna hook the chain while it's up here, then I'm not having to fight it down in there. And I got it. That went pretty quick. So now, I know my chain's in the front. I've got my control here. Turn it and lock it. That is working just like it's supposed to work. And I really figured that they moved this. So now here's my fill valve. I'm gonna take my nut off the bottom. If I was replacing this entire thing, this washer here would also come off. I would put it on the new one. And to adjust my height, right here you can tell that, you know, it's gonna go down in there, and I wanna show you. You want this top right about flush with the top, so I would probably move it down just a little bit. But to do that, there you go. You unlock that, and see how I had it turned the wrong way. But now you can raise this and lower it. You can either just slide it, push it, whatever you want to do. So I think I lowered it just a hair there. So right there, I'm right about flush with the top of this, which is right about where I want it. So now that I've got it where I want it, I'm gonna, oh, it slid way up. I'm gonna grab the locking piece and pull it down. So now it's locked, it will not go up and down. I've got my washer on there, so I know I've got everything right where I want it. I'm gonna stick it back in the hole, get my washer to where I know it's down in there, and come down here to the bottom. Tighten it up. Now right now I just want it hand tight because I want to make sure I've got everything turned. I don't want my lever assembly here to be in the way of my handle. This moves good. And I want to remember to take my tube and hook it back up. So right now, everything looks and feels good. I have nothing else in here. So take my pliers, come back here to the bottom, get on my nut, and snug it up. And I'm right-handed, so doing it left-handed makes it even a little bit more fun. I've showed you how to change the handle, I've showed you how to change the fill valve, and to change the washer on the cylinder-type tank. And of course, they gave me the hard one. So, everything's good here. At this point, I would connect my water supply line, check my flushing. Is the water coming up to the right level? I can adjust it with this screw over here like I showed you. You adjust this and it makes your float come up and down. That's what sets your water level, because when this rises, it shuts it off. Very easy to do, and as you see, I did it all blindfolded. Let's get the tank. And that's how you rebuild a toilet. So there, I did it. Blindfolded and completely rebuilt. If you're a plumber, do me a favor and you do something blindfolded, post the video over on RogerWakefieldPosts on my subreddit. I'd love to see it and put you in one of my videos. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. Do me a favor and leave me a comment down below and let me know. And tell me, how did I do? I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, helping you make more money in the trades.